Dear Africans, bear this in mind today that a day will come when South Africans will cry, when South Africans will seek, when South Africans will beg for African brothers to come to their aid, and they will see no one. A time will come. Save this for the day. A time will come when South Africans will beg for African brothers to come to their aid. They will get no redemption. Now, last 2 years, I was added to a platform, a Pan-African platform. To me, I saw it as a dream come true because I've been looking for an avenue to engage South Africans. So I saw one. Somebody reached out to me on Facebook. I gave him my WhatsApp contact and he added me. Now, that group, the pioneers of that group were South Africans. Although a whole lot of people, we had people from Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, just the whole this thing. According to them, it was a Pan-African platform, okay? So I was very happy to be there. And since I met these South Africans, I had to engage them. I asked them, why are you killing African brothers? Why are you killing African brothers? This is 2 years ago. This is 2026. This 2 years ago. This happened 2 years ago. That is about 2024. That was when this conversation was going on. Now, he gave me the most ridiculous answer. He gave me the most stupid response ever I've come across. That was when I knew that these people's IQ was very poor. Their IQ was very low. There are still some other people in West Africa that has this similar reasoning like them. That was when I knew that these people's IQ, their reasoning is very poor. Their reasoning is very low. That was when I knew that what is disturbing these people, what is affecting these people is cowardice. They are cowards. They are not brave enough. Forget their body structure. Forget it. There is nothing there. Because when you see a challenge, when you see a problem, you can't confront it. What is the need of the body? Forget about their brain, their big head. There is nothing there. Nothing is in there. That was when I knew that these people are lazy. That was when I knew that these people are hungry. They are hungry. These are their problems. Now, I proceeded to ask him, why? Okay, what he told me was that other nationalities are taking their jobs, that foreigners are taking their jobs. That was the response he gave me. So I pushed further. I asked him, how are foreigners taking your jobs? Then he now told me that the jobs in South Africa, that they pay peanuts. So they themselves, they reject the jobs. Then foreigners are taking the jobs. To you, does that make sense? You rejected a job because they are not paying, or the pay is low, or the pay is small. Somebody who came to your country, a foreigner who came to your country, although there is no foreigner in Africa, so long as your DNA is black, is dark, you cannot be foreigner on a black. You cannot be foreigner on a black soil. It is not possible. So that colonial mentality, it's not there. A black man, I cannot be a foreigner in any black country. It is wrong. But for the purpose of this video, let me use it. You rejected a job because they are not paying well, and somebody has accepted that job. Because of that, you say it that they are taking your jobs. The same feeling you hear people saying in Ghana that Nigerians are taking their businesses. Now, you forgot that this stranger came from somewhere. He has to pay for house rent. He has to provide accommodation for himself. He has to pay for light bills and all that, utility bills he has to pay. He has to provide food for himself and so many other things. So since that money, that peanut cannot effectively carry you or sustain you in your own country, because most of you have houses, most of you have uncles, aunties, people you can possibly walk up to, maybe get something from them or something. Since that money cannot sustain you in your country, what is your conviction that that money will sustain a stranger that came to your country? So don't you think that that stranger, you are supposed to be the one to protect him? Don't you know you're supposed to be the one to guide him? Don't you know you're supposed to have pity on him? Don't you know he's also a victim of that exploitation, since you claim the salary is not enough? Don't you know that that stranger, that worker, is also a victim of that exploitation? Why didn't you take the fight to the employers of labor in order for them to increase the salary? Why didn't you take the fight to the government in order for them to regulate minimum wage so you can have more salaries? You didn't do all these things. You rather took the fight to the workers, those who are also victims of the exploitation. Do you have sense? Is that not stupidity? Is that not stupid? Just make it make sense. That this is the main problem. This is how this problem can be solved. Go to the employers of labor. They will be able to consider increasing the salary. Go to the government. Take the fight to the government. The government will regulate minimum wage. You didn't do all these things. You took the fight to the workers. Those ordinary people out there, defenseless people, you started lynching them. You started unaliving them, destroying their properties, burning everywhere, destroying life, and stealing, looting from shops, breaking shops, stealing, looting. Are you not a criminal? And somehow you want to tell me that they are taking your job. You are just lazy. And you don't want to work. You're lazy. Hungry people provision hungry babies. Now, in South Africa, you find out that their land is being controlled by people who share different DNA with them. They have their own country in South Africa. They have their currency. They have their president in South Africa. You as a black South African, where they stay, you cannot stay. Before, you don't even visit there. It is now they've allowed you to visit there. You visit, but you cannot sleep there. Not even the president of South Africa can sleep there. They control your land, they control your resources. And you don't see this as a threat. You don't see this as a problem. What you see as a problem is a fellow African brother who came to your country to source for something to eat, to survive. Since he cannot join criminality or carry drugs or whatever, he chose to work. You started attacking them. He chose to do business. And you're telling me you're not greedy and selfish? You're telling me it's not envy that is disturbing you? Whenever they feel hungry, they just look for an excuse to get out on the street and loot people, buy people and all that, because they are cannibals. They behave like animals in the zoo. They love seeing people die. They love eating flesh. They love drinking blood. Beast. You see, these people, they decided to opt out of Africa, that they are not Africans. We agree. From today, we no longer see you as Africans, South Africans, black South Africans. We no longer see you as Africans. So they should either join you to America, Europe, or whatever. We don't see you as South Africans, as blacks. We no longer see you as blacks. But bear this in mind today, that a time will come when you look for African brothers, you will not see them. When you look for African brothers, you will not see them. You will cry. I'm telling you this. Save this video. A time will come. A time is coming that their stupid body, they are coward. You can't confront the real enemy. They are there controlling your land and resources, regulating you. You don't see that one as a threat. Who you find as a threat is your fellow African brother. He is the one you have strength to go for, to lynch, to unalive, to steal from. You're a fool. You guys are very stupid. The lowest people that has the lowest IQ I have ever come across, they don't have sense. I'm saying it with no apology.